Hey you guys, what's up? It's RockyNose54 here, and welcome to my horror pack unboxing for the month of April 2023. I know I actually screwed up last month's horror pack unboxing by... It was last month or the month before where I said 2022 instead of 2023, but I'm like, I'm not refilming it, obviously. But yeah, let's get started with this month's. Now the first one in here... Is this a Scream Factory? Okay, it's not, but it kind of looks like one. It's an IFC Midnight title. One I've never heard of, but it's called Proxy. The quote at the top says, "A worthy successor to Rosemary's Baby," which I still have not seen, and I'm really pissed that the Criterion for it went out of print. It looks like it was an official selection at TIFF in 2013. The cover looks really, really cool. I wish the Blu-ray case wasn't cracked a bit there, though. But it says, in the last month of her pregnancy, Esther Woodhouse is savagely beaten in an alleyway by an unknown assailant and loses her baby. To aid in her recovery, she attends a support group for grieving parents where she meets Melanie, who claims her son and husband were killed by a drunk driver. They develop a friendship, but soon it becomes clear that both are harboring much darker secrets than they initially let on. And when both their lives are transformed by another shocking act of violence, they find that recovery may be impossible. With wildly unpredictable twists and turns, Proxy is a fascinating, unnerving, and endlessly unpredictable psychological thriller. Okay, I am very, very excited for this. This seems like it's going to be a really good movie. Hopefully it lives up to expectations. So that's the first one in there. I feel a slipcover on this one. Oh, this is a really cool looking slipcover. I've never... This doesn't... Okay, it almost seemed like the slipcover was gonna, like, open up or something, because it feels, like... Feels a little weird for some reason, but... this is one I've also never heard of. What year was it? 2018, but it's this one called To Your Last Death. It looks like it's an animated one. Has, wow, William Shatner in it, and Bill Moseley, Morena Baccarin. So yeah, never heard of this one, but it says, after emerging as the sole survivor in a deadly revenge game set up by her father to punish his children, Miriam receives an offer from a supernatural entity to go back in time and try again. Now Miriam must survive both her father's bloodlust and the game master's ever-changing rules to save her siblings as she relives the worst night of her life. You know, I'm always open to animated horror films. Like, I haven't seen... Like, I can't really recall, like, too many that have been, like, amazing, because, like, you know, the two Resident Evil ones I've seen, they're fine, but they're not, like, you know, like, oh, like, you're gonna watch them all the time or anything. And Night of the Animated Dead was okay, but was kind of lacking in some aspects, but The Haunted World of El Super Bisto, which was, I mean, kind of more or less, I guess, like, an adventure in a way, but also kind of horror, that was quite good. That was a Rob Zombie movie that he actually released the same year as his Halloween 2. But yeah, hopefully this will be pretty good. I know the slipcover on it looks very nice. The next one in here, which I think is the Horror Pack exclusive, it is, and it looks like this is actually a signed copy, but it's called 73 Minutes. It says Horror Pack Original at the bottom. I don't know if this is like... It's interesting, because I've never seen it say Horror Pack Original on the thing before, but it looks like, yeah, Lou Simon is the director. I feel like she also did... Oh yeah, I think she might have done Agoraphobia, which was a signed Blu-ray in a past horror pack I got. But yeah, I've never heard of this one. It looks like it's from 2020. It says, Monica is driving home after an intimate encounter when she gets a call from a private number. The anonymous caller threatens her daughter's life if she doesn't deliver a client file to him. He sends her coordinates to a location 73 minutes away and warns her not to deviate from the GPS instructions or call the police. Now she has 73 minutes to figure out what the caller wants with the file. She enlists the help of her lover to solve the mystery in order to save her daughter. But as they get closer to figuring out the identity of the caller, they realize that all their lives are in peril. Yeah, so hopefully that'll be pretty good. It's always nice to see, like, a signed copy in here as well. And then the last one... This is another one I haven't ever heard of. This is it looks like it's from Mill Creek. This is from 2002 and was done by Sony, and there's a decent sized cast in here, but I've never heard of this. This movie called Trapped, which has Charlize Theron, Kevin Bacon, and Courtney Love in it. Yeah, this is like a... I've never heard of the director, but this is from 2002. It was released by Columbia Pictures. Yeah, I've never heard of this. It's kind of strange, but it says... Oh, from the producer of Thelma and Louise, too. comes a white-knuckle, edge-of-your-seat thriller starring Academy Award winner Charlize Theron, Courtney Love, Stuart Townsend, and Kevin Bacon. When their daughter is taken for ransom by a gang of serial kidnappers, a young doctor and his wife find themselves held hostage while a 24-hour plan to extort their money is set into motion. With time running out and the health of their asthmatic daughter at serious risk, they find themselves in a race against the clock as the perfect crime begins spiraling towards an unthinkable, terrifying, and deadly conclusion. Seems like it'll be a pretty good movie. It looks pretty cool. I'm just surprised that I haven't, like, heard of this. Like, but then again, there's, like, a lot of, like, movies that I've never even heard of that are popular. It's just kind of funny, like, you know, when you see something that is from, like, 2002, was done by a known studio, that being Columbia, and have 3 very well-known people in it. I don't know who... I'll be honest, I don't know who Stuart Townsend is. Maybe I've seen him in something, I don't know. But yeah, it's always just funny when that sort of thing happens. But yeah, so none of these I've actually seen, but it seems like it's going to be a pretty good pack. I mean, I feel like the last, like, 2 months, I want to say, there's been one movie in the pack that I've seen before, or that I've already had, unfortunately. But this month there was nothing in here that I hadn't seen, but I gotta say, I'm really, really excited about watching this one. This one seems like it's going to be really good, so I really hope it is. But anyway, guys, that's going to be it for this video. Subscribe for more content. Please leave a like in the video if you enjoyed, and remember, you guys, whenever wielding axes, say no to drugs.